Okay, I should be live. And let's wait a couple of seconds until I get audio. Okay, audio works. So, this is a continuation of the stream from yesterday. And the idea from yesterday was to put a joycon on nunchuck, because I like to split. Let's lose my switch here, and I'll need it. I love the idea of having a split controller, so when you have it in both hands, you can freely use it. But this is just horrible. I did some research meanwhile since yesterday. So yeah, this is horrible because it doesn't feel the hand, so you have to hold it cumbersomely, and these edges are sharp. And so this is why I prefer the nunchuck, because it fits well in the hand, and the nunchuck has the advantage that actually I could use it on left and right hand. This could also be used on the left and right hand actually. So, but it's not symmetrical. Here the buttons are unsymmetrical. You can change them, the buttons. I didn't know the button mappings can be changed in the Switch. So I also looked at if there are actually holders for the Switch, and there are. I'm printing one. It will take a couple of hours, but it might be finished until we finish the stream. But because I didn't know but it makes sense that you put it in a holder and then it is completely usable. Although no, you cannot. Okay, it's hard to make right and left because you don't. These buttons, left and right, are not exactly the same one. So you have to put to leave this one on the right, this one on the left. And I liked on the Switch that you could switch it. So on the nunchuck, both of them will be identical, and you could put the right nunchuck on the right hand or on the left hand as you wish. So what we did, I didn't want to destroy the Joy-Cons. I just destroyed a nunchuck, and instead I used one of these cheap remotes to know if it's possible. That's possible. I also looked at developing my own one. So let's zoom a tiny bit. Here, you see? This one, the left one, which is defective, it is still effective. It is still trying to search for the base, and if it finds it and I switch it off, it tries to search again. So this one is effective. It might be defective because there is maybe some button press. Oh, actually, we can test it. Let's see if this connects, and then let's see if it detects a button press. So controllers. No, it's not controllers. System. Let me. Controllers and sensors, change button mapping. So yeah, here you can change the button mapping. What's grip order? Oh no, that's what I don't want. Want to come back paired. Why is the left one paired even if it doesn't say that it is? It's completely broken, the firmware on here. But at least it says that the left one is paired. So calibrate touch sensitivity, touch input device, touch button. So here, okay, this is not paired. But yeah, I've already requested a replacement part. It can be fixed if you press it on. It is detected correctly after some time. You can also press on the button on the back. Yeah, it is customized. I use my laser cutter to customize it and make my own personal switch. So let's press on the reset so it's faster. Okay, now it's detected on the left. It made the sign. Okay, this doesn't. Turbo, it's internal. That's capture, and that's minus. So, this button doesn't work. This one works. This one doesn't work. Maybe this one is defective. Yep, this one doesn't work. Maybe this is the defective one. So if we could fix it, do we want to try to fix it? Afterwards, it can pair, but not all the times. I don't know why. Sometimes it can, sometimes it can't. Let's see if it can pair. This time it doesn't. Maybe, why does it think that this button is pressed all the time? So we might have found the error. Do I want to fix it? Only if I don't receive a replacement one. But that might be a good reason why it not. So it did work previously. It was able to find my station. Let's try to reset. Press the button so it tries to pair. And it doesn't work. Up. So the 4 buttons work. This works. Yeah, this button doesn't work. Maybe this button is has just wrong contact. We'll see afterwards. So this is for another time. For now, we consider it as defective, and the replacement one might be sufficient. For now, what we did is use the electronics, but because the board was a bit too big, we cut the board in plenty of pieces, and put wires in between them, so we have the boards together. Well, you can see all the details in the video from before, which is quite long, which has an issue because yeah, the battery of my microphone, I have a wireless microphone, and the wireless microphone just didn't hold the 6 hours. Doesn't hold 6 hours. I think it's spec'd for 4 hours, but I didn't see the time flying by, so there might be an audio issue at the end. You can still leave it on. You can probably understand what I'm doing. I'm just putting plenty of wires. So what we did the last stream, what I also looked for is, has the protocol been reversed? Yes, there are already some projects which emulate the joycon. So what I could do is create my own board and my own case, and have it, copy the nunchuck case or have it a bit larger because it's fit for mine. I probably won't do it. And the other issue, the other thing I was surprised is it is Bluetooth, but it is Bluetooth Classic, so BR and EDR. This is old. This is 2000. I think the Switch came out 2010. I don't remember, but this is an old design, and it doesn't use Bluetooth LE. And the issue is that most of the ESPs of the new ones, so ESP32 S2, S3, and C3, only have Bluetooth LE, and I've never looked at it because I never use it for Bluetooth. Only the ESP32, the first one, has Bluetooth Classic. So you could only use the ESP32, the first one, to emulate that because of Button Classic. And yeah, that's weird, but I mean, at least that's it. And yeah, there are already projects emulating. I didn't find for ESP, but I found for Linux. I didn't try them out because for now I don't want to create my own controller. Let's finish this one. Let's also figure out if the print of the other one is good enough, and if the controller is good enough to make it at least split controller. It won't be switchable left and right, but at least split controller. And the last thing we did on the previous one is put the buttons. So this will be the buttons. Here we have B, epsilon, A, and X. Oh, we could remap them. This will be, there's one plus, and what's the other? Home. Yeah, this will be plus, and this will be home. And we need to wire them. So now they're on there, and you see marks on the plastic because the glue I had contains acetone, so it melted the plastic. I didn't have super glue. I don't know, it's dried out and I threw it away. So I don't have this cryanic acylate glue. Crazy glue, I think it's called in some countries. Now we'll continue that, and what we have to do is put the 2 wires of each of the buttons on the pads which are on the other one. So we will put the wires. For that we will make tiny holes and put the wires through the tiny holes. Where are my... I used to have a set of tiny, here, this, the holes we will use is just for these wires. so they're not too large. This overview is taking too much space. Okay, this way. Now we will take one of the smallest drills, probably not the smallest because it's hard to put the wire afterwards. This should be plenty sufficient, and we'll make plenty of holes. Yep. This is maybe loud, so while, yeah, it is very loud. I don't like this screwdriver because it is super loud. I will cut the audio while I'm doing the holes. Up. So let me cut the audio and I'll be back afterwards. Oh, I just move the headset somewhere else. It's just tiny holes. Okay, this button doesn't hold. I need to put more glue, but first let's put the holes. Okay, it doesn't hold at all. It's so loud that I have also to take the headsets. Okay, that should be done. I hope it wasn't too loud. And yeah, we have some casualties. Some of the buttons don't hold too well, and I'll probably need to fix them because I will put some pressure. So I don't, this glue doesn't seem to work very well with this plastic. To find some other glue, I could use just how is it called? Epoxy? Why not? Let's use some epoxy. So one stick, and we will fix all of them because I'm sure if one is broken, most of them will be. Up. And the print is continuing, and the print is, I know, I didn't even test if, okay, it's there, it works. And there's enough resin, yeah, there's enough resin. So, let's prepare some epoxy. Put things here, so we don't need a lot. And this is quick dry epoxy. We really don't need a lot. Up. This is plenty sufficient. Up. This way. Let's mix it. So this is 2-part epoxy. Let's put a dot right here. Ah, I put it some epoxy there. I need a new button, or I just need to clean it. It's actually holding quite well. Maybe only some of them are not holding well. Damn it. I hope this will not completely ruin the buttons. Else we'll change the button if it ruins it. Now you stay here. Seems fine. This is holding, this is not holding. Up. Theory, we should clean the surface so the epoxy sticks well. Up. Too much epoxy. Let's clean it. And the audio video is lost. Why is the video lost? Now it's there, okay. Actually, it's fine. So, this one is not holding, so let's remove it. It's clean enough. Let's put a bit, not that much epoxy. This should be fine. This one is holding. So some of them are holding, some not. Now we just have to wait until it dries. And we have a test pattern, this one. This plastic will also dry, so we know when it's on. What we could do though is just put some blobs on the side. so we're sure that the buttons hold well. Don't know if there's a way to cure epoxy faster. Something like UV. Does it clear faster with UV, with heat maybe, or with water, like glue? I don't know. Oh, we just wait. But we have to do something meanwhile. The cables. We can try to fiddle around cables. So let's prepare the cables. Hup. Let's try to put them from there. Yep. Let's heat up the soldering iron. So this I can leave to the side, we don't need. This is trash. This is a screwdriver. That's our reference. I'll put it here. We need the soldering iron. And I need this. So I still need enough. This should be enough wire. And let's do that a second time. Actually, one of them is always ground. We could tile all the grounds together. We could. So do we have 6 colors? There are 6 buttons, and I have only 5 colors. So one of them will be used twice. Yeah, we could tile all of them together. We'll do that afterwards. For now, let's put the wires through. Tweezers. 1. 2. That's the second one. Actually, I could use 4 colors on the bottom. One wire just got lost. Up here. It doesn't hold anymore. So let's bend the pin. So it holds on the pin. Maybe the hole was too big, but it's not that big. Okay. Just prepare the wires. Check. One. And 2. Oh. Okay. It goes to the board. Well, can fiddle it around the other side. So I'll not use black because black is the most frequent one, and black is too much tied to ground. I'll just use the other colors again. Black will be for reserved 1 and 2. Hup. I could color. There are colors for the A, B, X, Epsilon, I think, but maybe only for Xbox. Xbox has colors for them. Not sure if the others console have. Yeah, Xbox has colors for the buttons also. Xbox, PlayStation says color, but they don't have A, B, X, Epsilon. They have something else. Something I've never got used to. Never was a PlayStation. Never had PlayStations, although I do have PlayStations now, but only because some people wanted to get rid of them. I have no idea why. So I could play PlayStation games. Where are the holes for this one? Did I cover them? It's pretty far away. You should be somewhere here. I think I need to make new holes. Yeah, the domes still make a click, but it's a feelable click. It's not too loud. This is what I wanted to avoid. The 6mm buttons make loud click noises. So I found a hole here. And it goes through, kind of. Yes, it does. And the other hole. Oh, let's make the hole again. I'll switch off the audio while I make the hole. Should be back on. Yep, audio is back on. I just had to clear the hole. Okay. Now what you can do is prepare, glue these ones in. This one is fixed already. The glue, how is the glue looking? It's almost dry. That's good. Ooh. Okay, the wire. Let's prepare the wire. It's far too big. Easy to solder. Heat up. Okay, the soldering iron is out. What am I using as soldering iron? It's T12 base soldering iron. It's the Quico T12 925. I'm really happy with it. The tips, the driver is good enough. It heats well enough. The tips, I mean, you get what you pay for, and you only pay when you only pay $3 per tip. You won't get anything decent, but they work. They just don't last. But for this price, it's fine. That's one side. Let's stack the other. And we have to test. Oh, I did bend the plastic a tiny bit. Yeah, 400 degrees, it's a fine tip. Else, I'm very often using 350 or 380. Okay, these are both sides. Now I want to test if it makes beep when I connect. So, up 1, 2. Crocodile 1, 2. Multimeter. Is the multimeter on? Yeah, the multimeter is on, so you can see what I'm doing. The leads. Let's put them here. That's the first. And I lost one wire. I did hear it fall. So yeah, is it? So if I'm happy enough with the print, I don't have. Well, I wouldn't have right and left, which is switchable, but that's fine. I'm used to it now, and I can play with right-handed things, although I'm left-handed. So is this button working? This button is working fine. Next one. Else designing a controller would be nice, actually. Designing a nice split controller. I think it could be a good idea. It would be a lot more expensive because you have plenty of prototypes for the plastics, for the case, plenty of hardware prototypes, and there are plenty of controllers already. It's just not split. There are not a lot of good split controllers. Or maybe they are. I just didn't find them. And I wanted to build my own and see how controllers are working. And also, yeah, I thought about it on the controller. There are plenty of test pads for all the buttons. It's very useful, so I can solder on them. But why would they do that? Have almost all the buttons, almost all the buttons with pads. And I found this because it takes space, and maybe it's not useful. Very often you do it for factory testing, and this is exactly the case. They don't want to press on the button. They don't want to have a human pressing on all the buttons. So they just test on the pads if the contacts work. That would be my guess. Else, I don't see why they would have so many test pads. And I would be surprised if they do test. No, they don't test. At least not the cheap ones, because we've seen that the one I have is just completely buggy. It's still searching for the switch, and it's still maybe saying, I'm lost, please help me. Please spare me. Up. Ah, damn it. Could actually, I'm not sure how bad they feel, the terminals, but we could cover them with resin, the UV resin. We don't need to glue it, and the UV resin is easy to use. We could also cover them with epoxy, but it's easier with the UV resin. Okay, that seems fine. Let's test the button. We'll test all the 6 buttons. Yeah, there will be 6 buttons. 1 and 2. Whoop. 1 and 2. Pressing the button. It doesn't work. No, it doesn't make beep. But I know why. Because this left my station. Now it makes beep. So this works. And how is our witness? Yep, it's dry. So on the other sides, everything should be clear too. We have. So let's have a look. Without this, why did I use this? To put the buttons. Plenty of wires. How will I connect all the grounds? Do I want to have a daisy chain or a chain? I don't know what I want to have a chain, or do I want to use star grounding? Maybe star grounding. And connect all the wires on a kind of ground which I will find on the board. Tiny bit of solder with this button. Okay. Okay. Next one. Why am I keeping my gloves? Because these are, I think these are latex gloves, and the powder on it gets used, and I will use the gloves afterwards for my SLA printing. So yeah, the 3D printer I have is an SLA printer. So it's resin, and resin, you don't want that on the skin. It smells awful, and it's probably not good for your beautiful skin and my beautiful hands. I don't want to destroy them. So we'll use gloves once it's done, and it's only in 1 hour. I'm sure I can survive with 1 hour of gloves. Hup. Okay, let's test if it works. What I didn't do yet is fix this thing. I have to do it at some point. Let's do it after this, so I can only do it on the sides here. Oh, there's plastic. Okay, there's no plastic anymore. Let's try if it works. The button works. 1 and 2. Yep. This one works. Next buttons. Only 3 remaining. I didn't know that the Switch... Is the Switch really 10 years old? No. No, it's not 10 years old. How old? No, it can't be 10 years. Well, depending on the prototype, I'm sure. Yeah, 10 years. When did the Switch come out? Let's check that. I got it very late. I got it last year, something like that. Nintendo Switch. Switch 2017. 5 years. So half of that. Worldwide release. Ah, actually, March 3rd. So it's almost 5 years. Exactly 5 years. It's the right month. And I have one of the old ones. No, I think Switch Lite or Switch OLED. There have been other models. Okay, let's put a bit of solder. Pads 1 and 2. Made boing, sorry for that. The microphone is near my way. Oops. One, and which one is the other one? No. Yeah, this one. Let's put it a tiny bit so I can solder it. Yep. That's blue. Let's test. Blue, 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 blue. 1, 2. 1. I need better crocodile clips. I think I do have somewhere. I just was too lazy. 1, 2. Button press. Works. Yeah, only 2 buttons. Then we need to solder them on the thing. Oh yeah. This doesn't look stable at all. I will glue everything together afterwards. Let's finish the buttons. One problem after another. Up. But we're almost done, and that's only half of it, because it's only the right one. The one which actually I would have loved to make the left one, because the joystick is on the left side, but this is the right one with the buttons. At least I can test if the buttons feel okay or if I need to replace them with and I also got it wrong. Tactile buttons are the mechanical ones, and else it's what's the name of the buttons with the rubber? Damn it, what's the name? Dome. They have a very no, but I don't think it's called dome. I don't remember. But yeah, the tactiles are the mechanical ones. Like these ones are tactiles. They're not with a dome. It's just that they're silent. And the one on the controller in the beginning had rubber domes, but I don't remember. What's the name? And they both have the advantage. The mechanical ones, you have kind of a haptic feedback. And they last longer, but they make noise and they are more expensive. And the one on the PCB, what's the name again? I don't remember. The one on the PCB are more silent, less durable, costs less. I think they probably cost less money, but you can make them. You can have. It's easier to combine with a case. Okay, should be fine. So let's test the green wires. One green wire is already stripped. Let's test the other one. And 1, 2, button press. Works. And the last one. Up. Up. Actually, to see what I'm filming, I should have a screen somewhere here. Could be a nice upgrade. Tiny monitor with also some audio feedback. Yeah, it could just take the YouTube stream downscaled this way. I can see what's the feedback. Why not? Might be for the next quick hack. And this one wasn't that quick. It's not finished and we already spent 6 hours on it. but it's fun, and it allowed me to see how controllers are made. I never made controllers myself or designed them. So it's a glimpse in the controller world. I'll probably put some resin so the things are not that sharp. This one could be unsharpened. Yeah, I'll put some resin afterwards once everything is working. For now, let's finish that. 1 and 2. 1 and 2, and press the button. It works! Up! So we just need to solder. Do we want to do that now, or do we want somehow to fix this plastic thing? This? Well, it actually it holds. I still wanted to make it a bit more rigid and put it on this, but it is kind of holding. Surprising. I'll still put some more glue. So, glue gun, let's heat it up. It takes a bit of time to heat up. It wasn't ready. And we will try to put a bridge here. Actually, we could also go in here. There's a potentiometer, but it's not too much of a problem if we do it correctly. Yeah, we could make it one here. On the side, too much of a gap, but we could make also a bridge right there in the bottom. Up. Okay, now you can see a bit more that what I'm doing. Do we want to solder the pins now? I could actually put all of the pins to a black wire. How do I want to do it? So the pins are on this one, on this side, and here we have all the pads. And do we have a ground which is useful to connect to? There's a ground which is here, which already has 2 connections. I won't put all the connections on the ground, so I will probably connect all these, one of the wires all together, and have just one wire going to it. Let's do that. Have it go. Here is a ground. I can connect them all to one of these grounds. It's a huge ground. I think this is probably ground. Let's scrape it and just put all the wires to this ground. Yeah, a good idea. Up. If I get enough heat on this ground pad, I could even put, no, let's put on this pad, but I'm sure that it won't be that easy. There are plenty of pads actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so let's connect it to these grounds. This one, for example, can go here. Yeah, that's a good idea. It's a very good idea. Up. And it also gives a bit of mechanical strength. Up. This was a bit short. Okay, that's doable. you go on, you are too short now. So I'll put you on this ground. Okay, should still keep it long enough. Come on, heat up. Ah, no, it's just because it's ground. And connected. So this is the first one. I'll put this one here. Let's not make it too short this time. We still want a bit of margin. Up. Up. The glue gun is getting warm, but let's finish with the ground and then use the glue gun. Next, are they all connected to ground? I'll try. I think so, but I need to be sure they're all connected to ground. So, is this connected to this, and this, and no, not this. Yeah, they're connected to ground. Next button is this one. You will go here. And it gives some mechanical strength, so it's a good idea. Hup! It will work, and it will be awesome. And it will be mine. And just the right controller. I'm not... let's see if I want to do the same with the left one. Yeah, probably will do. Would be a shame. But I need another nunchuck. I ordered some, and they are on the way, but it's China. It takes a bit of time. Even with 10 or 15 days deliveries. Okay, now it takes time to heat up. Oh, that was fast. Okay. Faster than I expected. Up, this goes here. Bit of margin. I put the cables on the side. I'm sure I can reuse them if I need to. Let's put this more in the center. This way you can see something. So the classical way is to have the buttons pulled up, and when they're pressed to ground. Simply because you have ground connections a bit everywhere. You could also pull them down, and when they're pressed to high VCC, 3.3 volt, whatever you want. But then you need to ground to put power a bit everywhere, and this is not as frequent. Having ground flood everywhere is a lot more frequent. So we have 1 and 2, so we'll do the same thing here. Just want one of them. We will put this one right there. Green. Switch hands. Up. That's done. Last button. You live here and you go here. Okay, that's all of them. Now we will put these wires on the board, but it's, oh, this one is pretty short. That's still okay. And for now, let's use the glue gun. Okay. Bye-bye. It's rolling away. And let's try to solidify it. Yeah, there's a roll. Just decided to leave. I need also, so this... Why are you going and back and forth? Is there some ghost here? I'm talking to the plastic wires. So let's have a trusty thing. This blows here. Okay, where the wire? Yep, put it here. Let's look at the resin printer. 90%. Does it look like something? Yeah, it does. Okay. There's still a bit of time until it's finished. Okay, this glue is not in the way. And yeah, let's have it also some here. Up. Nah. Ah, damn it, everything is falling. Sorry for the noise. Okay. Wires don't go in. And this should, yeah, this should be sufficient to hold the buttons. Yeah, it seems sufficient. This is not. It seems, but it's not. Yeah, if you ask me what my most useful tool is in electronics, I would say the glue gun. Not the multimeter, the glue gun. Okay, this is done. Let it cool a tiny bit. The other side is not cool yet. The knife, we put it somewhere safe. Oh, this, we also need to do this. The USB. USB-C, which we need to put on the bottom here. So let's have one of my USB-C, which I'm not using often enough. I'm not using often because every time I do USB, it's USB with data. So I have this book with USB connectors. You see there are plenty of them. And if we go to the USB 616 page, here we have USB with 6 pins. And you only need 6 pins. USB-C connectors, there are plenty of different ones. Very often you find 6 connectors, 16 connectors, or 24 connectors. If you only want power, you need the 6 connectors. So the 6 connections are power, ground, CC1 and CC2, and they are 6 because you have 2 times power and 2 times ground. And 16 is if you want the data, because you have D plus D minus and they're doubled, and they don't count and you have actually 4 times ground and 4 times thing. So it's very often it's 12 or 16, depends how you connect it, but it's more than 6. And then 24, you have all the 24 pins. This is if you want USB-C or any kind of other, how are they called? Alternative designs which use the other thing. So this is done. Let's remove new. Why do I have this? I don't need this. It's glue gun. Let's switch it on. Let's leave it on. This is always useful. We want some USB. I don't know. That's ground plus CC. Ah, that's a pain. Is it ground on the outside? Because I wanted to have some 5.1 kilo ohm between 2 pins resistors, but if they are not next to each other, I wanted some surface mount resistors, so they are kind of embedded. You don't have to. You could use just a stupid old charger, but if you use a USB-C charger and not just a USB charger, which is not stupid, it needs these pull-down resistors. It's pull-down, right? Yeah, it's pull-down resistors. Let me find the data sheet for that. Local hose 4245. Local host. Oh yeah. So let me show you my parts management thingy. I'll make a video out of it sometimes. USB Type C. So we have all of these. And we want one with 6 pins. It's a connector. 6 pins. That's the data sheet. Let's have a look at the data sheet. That's the data sheet. So in the data sheet we see not a lot of things. Here. B12, and so B12 I think is ground. B12 is ground, yes, it makes sense. R12 is also ground. A12, you don't see what I'm doing, sorry for that screen. Yeah. So we have ground is probably V plus, and these are the 2 CC lines. Yeah, I5, B5 is 2 CC lines. So you have a side A and side B, a bit like on tapes or vinyls. I've never used vinyls, I don't know. But on tapes actually. And we want pull down between these lines and the ground. I thought about, is 1 enough? Could you bridge both of them? I don't know, can you? No, 1 is not enough. Why isn't 1 enough? Let me think. Because you're interconnecting A5 and B5, and very often if one is just the right direction, the other one is used for the power delivery communication, and you won't be able to use power delivery communication. Although no, the power delivery communication, the one, yeah, the one with the CC wire with the pin is used for the power delivery communication. And the other one is used to power what's inside. It's called VCon when it's not used for the CC line. And this is at 3.3 volts, so you power whatever is in the cable, or on the other side, you have VCon powered devices. That's also possible. So you cannot short the two together. You need two resistors. Now the problem on this thing is that, yeah, the grounding is a pain. So we could use, do we want to use some through-hole resistor, or do I want to still use, yeah, let's use some through-hole resistors. We have a bit of space. We'll put it in, yeah, we have plenty of space. Through-hole resistors it is. Resistors. Do I have 5.1? Where is my through resistor sets? Through holes? Up. Let me check in my box. 1. I don't think I have 4.7 and 10. No, I don't have one here, but I have a set of through resistors, power plus set, and in the set I think I have something which is good enough. I hope I have, else I need to order, but I never use them. Do I want to order them? Let's see if we have some. So this is my set, and it's getting old. Do I have 5.1? 3.3, 4.7, 5.1. Yeah. Perfect. Probably they used 5.1 because it's one of the E series. I don't remember. E16, E6, I don't know. But the resistor series are quite cleverly designed. They often have values, so you can combine. You can also almost have any values, plus, minus, I don't know how many percent, just by combining 2 or 3 of them. And this is nice. So yeah, oh, actually we could, yeah, I could just reuse this. Here we have ground. I just need 2 steel VCC. Yeah, why not use this? There are the resistors right there. So just reuse the other ones. 2 resistors here we don't need. Here we have plenty of grounds, and yeah, I cut the 5 volts, but we have 5 volt via right there. So let's use this. And this, let's put it back. Dun, dun, dun. And it doesn't need a lot of power, so I will still use AVG. Would I want to use AVG 30? It's not a lot AVG 30, but probably enough to charge the battery. Plenty sufficient. Oh, but yeah, I did break the connection to the other one. It goes here, but it's not connected to the other 5 volts. That's a shame. Yeah, AVG 30 is good enough. It's at least the wires are small. That's good. I don't know how many amps, but it's a tiny battery. If there's voltage drop, I don't care because it's just charging a LiPo, and it can only charge up to 42 volts, and who cares about the voltage drop? But we need to fix the 5 volts. I shouldn't have cut the trace so close to the USB connector. Okay. That's ground. Long enough. And now red for 5 volts. And I'm sure the other red, or maybe it's connected on the back. Let's try with the multimeter. Oop. This is ground, this is, no, they're not. This is connected. This is not interconnected anymore. It's connected to the via, but not on the back. Not on the back. So we do have red cables, so we could fix it. Do we want 2 red wires? No, only red. Use a small one to interconnect both sides. Actually, in the cable they should be interconnected, but they should also be interconnected in. So theoretically, we shouldn't have to connect the other 5 volts. Let me switch back to the camera. Theoretically, we don't have to interconnect on the receptacle side bench, but let's do it for good practice. Because I've seen cables which don't have pins on both sides, so it's always good to do it on the receptacle. And the standards also says that you should do it on the receptacle. This will move and it's too small. Let's use a bolt holder. Let's get rid of this. Will I be able to solder on the pads? I just have to solder the pads together without the ground, so the one side to the other, and then just use the via for the other connection. And is this long enough? I want it to be almost as long as the black one. This will be long enough, so I don't have to cut another cable. How will I be able to strip the wire out of that? Okay. Let's put some solder on the other pads. It's this one. What did make beep? I heard some beep in the audio. Oh, did I rip the pins? No. The pads? No, I didn't rip the pads. It's good. Plus. I'll definitely. It will be covered in glue. Hot glue in the end. So it will hold. Let's this side, and let's use the via to get the 5 volts. This wire. Let's try to. Can we put some solder in the via? Does it work? I never tried to solder in a via. Let's try out. In theory, if they're not plugged, they should be filled with copper. But it doesn't work. It's not holding to anything. It's not ideal, but seems to work. Let's try if it delivers 5 volts. Let's try first if they are shorted. Up, 1, 2. This is making noise. This is normal. One and no, it's not shorted. That's good. Let's go to volts and let's plug a USB-C cable. This one. And if you plug USB-C, you should have 5 volts. Minus 5 volts because we are inverted. Yeah, so this works. It's fine. So we can embed it now. And what's good with USB-C is that you don't have holes like with micro USB. Previously you had, let's have another cable, drop voltage, this one. So we can hold it in while we pour some glue, and this is not holding at all. Oops. Yeah, the 5 volts are not holding, so it wasn't a good idea to put in the via. No, it's not a good idea. Let's just solder it to the pad with the other one. Yeah, it might be nice to have visual feedback here of the stream, so I know what you're seeing. And it's good enough, but we can try again if it delivers 5 volts. This is plus. This is minus. If I put it here, 5 volts, that's okay. Still flimsy, but it's good enough. So let's put the cable in just to hold it. Let's have this go right there and fill it with glue. I should first fill it. Let's hold this. There's nothing. This is too high, is it? Yeah, it's too high. I would want to have something holding this together. Do I have something? This maybe. No. I know. Let's have this. I think we can turn. Oh, come on. This way. And this way. That should be okay. And this way, a tiny bit tilted on the back so the glue gets in the back. Let's screw it down. And the print might be ready. Up, so let's put some glue first, but everywhere. It might be even too tilted. We just want to hold the thing, then we can fill with glue. Oops, sorry for the boing. Come on. Don't be a pain. Okay, this way. Now we can try to fill with glue. It's not perfect, but we'll fix it afterwards. For now, let's have it hold. Also we need to clear the seam here. Yeah, I didn't do it properly. Should still work. But I don't know where the 5 volts are going. That's a good question. I have to look on the board, but I don't know where they are going. It's kind of holding. Oh, it's still fragile. Okay. So let's put more glue all around. Up. Now you go this way, so the glue goes down. Let's have it not cooled by the air, so it has time to go down. Oh, why are the camera... Did it restart? This one did restart. Menu, setup, exit. Yeah, I need off, exit, zoom. Yeah, I need a screen, a monitor, so I see what's happening. Okay, now let's cool it with air. And I need to figure out where the 5 volts are going. I need to clear everything. It's still warm. We'll put and remove it a couple of times so we are sure it's working well. But for now, let's cool it. Let's see on the board where they went. Here's battery plus, here's RX. That's not the board which got the 5 volts. I have no idea where they were going. Damn it. Here. That's the motor. I think the... Was it here? Yeah. I think it was somewhere here. This is turbo, it's not 5 volts. Where did the 5 volts go? I don't want to have a look at the video. Did I take a picture? No, I didn't. I should have taken a picture. I actually don't know where they're going. Actually, is this turbo? It's probably going somewhere. This is probably where it goes on this side. You don't see anything. Let's remove this. Here we have the resistors. The USB was there. This is probably 5 volt. This thing is probably 5 volts because it's not ground. And if we have a look at the board, I don't know who the board was. It's this. don't know what this is. What is this? Ah, it's probably also 5 volts. So if this and this are interconnected, it's 5 volt, and we just have to put something on there. So let's scrape it, test the interconnections, and if yes, we found our 5 volts. Where is my knife? Here. Scalpel. Here. Zoom a tiny bit so you're seeing what I'm doing. Up. So my guess it's between this trace. Let's scrape it. And this trace. So if it makes beep, we have the two 5 volts. Up. Okay. Let's put these things there. Where is my second probe? Here. We need to go to continuity mode. Up. Now we're in continuity, and actually it's not making contact, but it might just be because it still is 5 volt. It might just be because we cut the trace. Actually, this is not 5 volts. This is the button. No, it's not a button this large. Makes no sense. It's just because the trace, yeah, it's going here. I'm pretty sure that both of them are 5 volts. Yeah, it's just because I cut the via. So this pad is 5 volts, and this pad is... Oh, there's even CTS. So there is really serial with clear to send. RTS, CTS, wow. RX, battery plus. Ah, battery plus, so this means that this is the battery charger. This device here is the battery charger. And the battery, does it have a circuit protection? I don't think so. It has a board, but I don't think it's the circuit protection. So this might be battery charger, and this is the LDO. Right there. My guess. So we just connect. So let's try to clean this. I don't know how high it is. Where's the second side? Oh, it's not high, so it should be... Oh. Will it fit? If it doesn't fit, then we can just cut a tiny bit the case. Cutting the case is fine. And the scalpel is still pretty sharp. Okay, I'm sure the case won't close. Just cut the case. It won't close. Just got a tiny bit of plastic in the case. would file it. Let's file it. Makes a lot of noise. I will switch off the audio so it don't destroy your ears. Let's have a round file and let's file it. Let me switch off the audio. And up, audio is on, and it fits. Let's connect ground and 5 volts. And ground. Yeah, I'll just connect. Actually, could connect on both sides of the capacitors, but they would put a strand capacitor, but we can just put glue. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put on both sides of the capacitor, of the input capacitor. And then we will put some UV glue, UV resin. I need to be sure that this is ground. I'm pretty sure it is, but I want to be sure it is. Where's the ground pad? Ground, no ground is here. Okay. That's not ground. Why the hell do they don't? Would the capacitor not be connected to ground on the other side? What kind of capacitor is this? Okay. So on one side it's 5 volts, but on the other side it's not ground. Why? I need to... That doesn't make any sense. Maybe I just cut the ground and it's not ground anymore, but it used to be ground. But I don't see this as being any kind of AC capacitor. Ah, yeah, I did cut ground. Yeah. So this must be ground, but I did cut it. So this capacitor is completely bypassed. So I need to put back this capacitor with a wire to ground. Mm, do I have some black wire? No. And how do I want to do that? This is probably ground, right? Yeah. From here to where is ground? This is ground. This is ground. Okay. So this capacitor is bypassed. Well, it's a bypass capacitor, isn't it? Bad pen. Up. We will try the 5 volts after we did this. So let's fix that. Do I want to do it? This will be connected to ground, and I need to connect. Yeah, I'll still put it on the capacitor, and I will need to have another signal from the capacitor to do real ground. Yeah, okay. Let's do that. So he one tweezers. Sorry. Let's zoom a tiny bit more. This is this one. Maybe the wire is a tiny bit short. We'll see. So this is one ground. Yeah, the wire is a tiny bit short. It makes it that must to this be under. Let's try it first. We can still put longer wires afterwards. So this is 5 volts, and I need to interconnect the ground. Oh, actually, what I'll do is just take one of the wires and have a long interconnection. Let's scrape some ground. No, this is ground. It's not. No, but this won't. This will make a short circuit. I don't want a short circuit. How do I want to connect this ground? Here and here. Yep. Oh, I did leave a mark on UV resin. Where's the wire? I did bring a wire here. Between this pad, which is ground, and here. So I create a budge. Yep. Let's cut it and let's test if ground is connected. And let's test if it powers then. And up. So this is ground. Yeah, it's connected. 5 volts should be going through. We have a 5 volt cable, and let's try to see if it charges. So let's put the battery in. Battery is in. Let's switch on the switch. And back controllers. Okay, didn't find it for now. Let's press on the home button. This one. No, it did vibrate and it is connected. It says it's full. If it's full, how do I want to test if it charges or not? But let's still try. If I put it, yeah, it says it's charging. You see on the console, it says it's charging right there. So this works. Now it is not charging anymore. Yep. Yeah, not charging anymore. Let's remove this. Will this be big? Yeah, the cables are long enough. That's good. Whew. Let's put some UV resin. Up. Let's get. I still need a UV torch, UV resin to have it a bit solid. A drop on that and the cable. Up. Let's shine it with a UV lamp, and if you're not seeing a lot of blue, it's simply because it's 365 and there is a filter which only lets most of 355. This should be fine with the glue. Come on, harden. Shouldn't take that long. Also, you can see that hot glue, this hot glue at least, is very reactive to UV. Let's have one of the pins to test if it's dry. Yeah, it's dry. This is fixed. Let's have a look at the print. Does it say it's finished? Printing operation complete. 2 hours and 45 minutes. So let's get the print and let's clean it. Yep. So this is. So let's put this to the side and let's take the grip and let's find out if the grip works. This is my bath of resin, of IPA. You see there's a tiny bit of resin on the bottom. This is my IPA bath. So up. Here is the print. So this is the bed, this is the print. I use clear resin. And actually there's still plenty of resin in there. I should unfill this. I did put holes. There it's going out, but the holes are not big enough. Let's put a bit of space. Okay, this is always not easy to get this part out. I did have a spatula somewhere. Yeah. That's so smelly. The supports are breaking. It's not too much of an issue. They're only supports. I want to get rid of the liquid. Come on. Yeah. This plastic is really brittle, but it's known from SLA that the resin gets brittle. Let's turn it around. Let's try from this side. Okay. That's gone. Up. Now the two holes are there, so let's first... This doesn't have to be cleaned, but one after the other. I need to clean my hands. Resin's a mess, but the prints are really, really good. Just more work. So let's clean this part and let's put it back where it belongs in the printer. Up. Okay, that's done. And now I'll try, let's remove the support. Okay, most of the support is gone. The rest, yeah, that's not support. And here there should be two holes, but they're not big enough for the liquid. No, they are big enough. I'll just put the liquid back in its bath. So let's have, damn it, the resin which is here didn't go through. I should put more holes in there, but I didn't. And I should put more holes, one hole in the back. Let's just increase the holes and remove the liquid so I won't show it. Here we have two holes, 1 and 2. Let's increase them a tiny bit. 1 and 2. One will be for the air and the other one will be for the resin to go out. And let's remove the resin. Yeah, it's dripping. So this works. I'm not used to SLA printing. I think that's my third print. Okay, now it's dripping a bit more. Come on. It's smelling a bit more also. I like to put my mouth on it and blow so it drips a lot faster with a bit of pressure, but I don't think it's a good idea. Oh, it's so slow. I just don't want it to go in the IPA and then just use up all the alcohol. Drip, drip, drip. Half of it is gone. Yeah, everything takes time. Let's just wait until everything drips. Maybe also put larger holes. I could have done that. Yeah, I think larger holes are a bad idea. I think these are 2 millimeters. I should put 3 millimeters next time. Okay, 1/3 remaining. The last part doesn't want to go out. Come on. Yeah, there's not a lot more remaining. So, I managed to clear the liquid. There's still a bit of liquid. Let's put it in the IPA bath. Up. Let's leave it there for a couple of seconds while I clean my hands. Again. Up. And put the lid back on the printer. Let's clean the printer a tiny bit. Up. Let's clean. Put the lid back on. And put the cover back on so there's even less light going through the box. Because up. So do I want to make another print? Maybe later. For now, close the door. Let's clean this piece. Should be clean with alcohol also. We have plenty of alcohol. Let's leave this here as base. Let's get a bit of alcohol and then we will rinse the device. Okay. That's alcohol. Up. Let's clean it. Now you see all this residue? Yes. This is all the acai liquid which was precipitated because of the light. And yeah, see droplets coming out. Yeah, you could have washing stations, but they would cost more than the printer itself. So this is clean enough, and here you can feel if it's well enough clean. That's clean enough. Let's close this so the IPA doesn't evaporate, although it does a tiny bit, and let it precipitate again. And if it stays on the bottom, it's fine. So that's the part. It is not yet solid. Still have to cure it a bit more. So either we do it with the lamp, but because I'm lazy, I'll use just this is oh, I should touch it with alcohol. This is meant for fingernails to harden the UV curing finger paints, not nail paint, nail varnish. I don't know how it's called. And up. Why don't you give any power? Are you not connected? No, you're not plugged in correctly. Now you're plugged in, and this unplugged the other one. This one was not plugged in correctly, and the camera. Okay. So let's fix the camera again. Up, menu, setup, up, external display, off, exit. It's fixed. So, and let's cure it. Generally, I use something like 3 minutes or so. I'm not sure how long it should go. Let's get rid of this. This is very smelly. So I put it away somewhere where there's UV so it can hit cure, where it doesn't affect me. So let's put it in a bag. Up. Up. Okay, now I don't smell it. My hands are clean with IPA. But I'll throw away the gloves. So, 45 seconds. Let's turn it. Let's always turn the other way. What you could do is also leave it outside. But yeah, outside there's no sun anymore, so there's no UV. Although, well, maybe there's still a bit of UV, but not a lot. And we'll try it out. This is horrible. And actually, yeah, let's try it out. You see the resin is getting harder even on my hands. And you don't want this on your skin. There's not a lot of it, but there are a couple of stains. Up, this is one side, we tweak 2 times per side. It feels different, the plastic now. It's not completely cured, but first it felt slimy because of the resin on top of it, then it felt smooth, and now it's kind of sticky. It's hard to say, it's not slimy anymore, it's just sticky. Yeah, you have to experience it yourself. Kind of rough. And the advantage is because it's clear the UV is going through the plastic and on the other side. And we can actually try it with the left remote, see if it works or if I need to change it, and if it's good. Up. Again. Up, and then we can try it out. It will be 1.5 minutes each side. So that's not enough. Let's do one side again. You have plenty of time. I have plenty of time. And the camera this camera is gone. So let's switch back on the top camera, and here we have the top camera again. The overview camera was gone. Now it's back. This is probably not UV 360, probably 390, 95. up. Let's do it once every side and let's try it out. Let's zoom a tiny bit more. You don't need to need such a large overview. Yeah, nail lamp, you see. And with time it will go. I heard also that it gets brittle after a couple of years and then it's not good anymore, the plastic. That's possible. It might be, I didn't use the most expensive resin, just use standard resin. But it feels super nice. It's completely, I had an FDM printer, so where it melts plastic and then puts plastic on each side. That's also fine. I just gave it away because it took too much space. Now I have a smaller one, and I wanted to try something different. So resin, and I'm happy with it. Sure, it's a mess, but I don't mind being a mess. I like gooey stuff, which is fluorescence under UV. And actually, sperm isn't fluorescent under UV. I think you need to put some other reactive so it becomes fluorescent, like the, how is it called, blood. Blood is not fluorescent under UV, but if you spray something else, then it becomes fluorescent. Okay, so this seems hard. There's even a tiny bit still inside liquid, but it's just alcohol. Maybe it will get rid of after some time. But this feels solid now. Yeah, this feels solid. This is the left side, so let's try it out with a remote. And it goes in. Let's screen this. Yeah, now the alcohol is getting out. Yeah, it's just alcohol. Let's try to drain all the alcohol. It's not too much. Finish is just alcohol. And let's close. Let's close it. Yeah, it's on the button. Yeah, this is. I would have loved that there is something with the finger, but it's still a lot more comfortable. Oh yes, this is a lot better. There's still other prints I want to try, but this is already a lot. It's not still not perfect because here it's not round, so you can't press on here, but it's a lot better already. Maybe I need something which covers it and makes it a bit rounder. And this is already, it says for XX hands, but I have large hands and it's still not perfect. See here, I would like it to fill here and a bit more top, but there are other prints and I will try other prints. But it's still a lot better. Here we have these are all the supports, but I don't care. This is not where my finger will be. And it's a lot better already. It's a lot more playable. It's comfortable. I'll try other ones also. And then, so this is on the right side and I'll try, there's still a bit of thing. I'm happy with it. Print other ones. Do I want to start it now? No, because we're doing a stream. So let's finish what you came here for. Although there's no one in the chat talking, but you came here for the nunchuck. So do I still want to cure it? Let's put it just next to the window so it cures tomorrow with the sun. Although most of is UV blocked by glass? I think so, but I'm not sure how much. Up. This goes to the side. Up. Let's continue with this. All right, we were working on that. And I can get rid of this now. Free. put this in the trash bag with all the other glue. Feeling better already. So yeah, printing is a solution. Although this is fun for me to figure out and to as proof of concept, printing and just using a joycon is better, and there might be joycons which are even better than what I have. So now we want to connect all the buttons. There's this, I think this is, which one was it? The home button? Or was it plus? I don't remember. I think this is plus, yeah. This will be home, this will be plus. So let's start with plus. Plus goes to this one. Wake up. I can zoom a bit more. Up. So many wires on this thing, and it's not done yet. I should put this in a stand, and I have a stand here, so I will do that. This thing is called, I think, a phone holder or a PCB holder. It's useful to hold in PCBs. I have other ones too, but for small things, this is fine. So, oh, this is far too large. This is, which one is this one? This is the one on the left. Yeah, so this is plus. So we have plus. We will try the buttons at the end, all of them. This is home. So we can, there was a home test point, I think. Or we can put it directly on the button. Yeah, the button. The button is covered, and there is no other home test point. Did we connect? Yeah, we did connect this. Damn it. This goes to ground. I should put, maybe. No, there's no other home. I need to put it here. But it means I need to remove the glue. Is there no, that's reset, that's SR, that's SL. Home. This is home. Oof. There is a home button just there. I would be wondering if all the controllers, now it makes sense that all the controllers have all the button pads available just to do easy factory testing with nails and don't have to press on the buttons, although it would be nice to press on the button. Do they have also jigs to test on the buttons, to test buttons? Maybe not every controller, because it's would be very expensive, but only some of them. So next one is, so this will be B epsilon, that's A and that's X. Yeah, let's put it this way. So this is X. Which one is X? This is X. It's a mess. Probably see my head very often because it's even for me it's a mess to see something. Sorry for that. But now I know what you know what hair color I have. No, I'm not ginger. But don't get fooled. I'm stupid as a blonde. X. The white one is X. I smell some burned things, so I did burn a cable. Okay, that's X. The next one is, the green one is B. B was next to it. You go out of the way. That's B. Okay. Actually, you could remap controllers. So you could like I did, but you could actually modify controllers to make it more accessible. Could be a market to make accessible controllers this way. Have the buttons go on other sides and so on. I don't know which one is which one. Blue. Blue is... Sorry. Blue is B. The other one was A. Damn it. Where is A? A is this thing. So this should be A. This should be B. And the last one should be Y. Ta-da! And now if we press all the buttons, it should work. So let's switch on the switch. Close. Let's go to settings, controllers, and test input device, test controller buttons. And it should tell if we press on the button. Do you see that's kind of... Let's put the battery on. Battery is on. Press on this home button because we know this one works. If it's connected, it should vibrate. It vibrates. So it is connected. And we can try the buttons. So this should be B. Yeah, B. This should be Y. Y works. This should be A. A works. This should be X. X works. This should be plus. Plus works. This should be home. Home works. Everything works. We need to put the motor somewhere in the case. I'll put it somewhere in the back with oh, and now you're seeing all my games. Some of them I did not play yet. So now we just have to put everything in. So, oh, even the battery. Now we need to cram everything in. The last step, then we are done. And I can close this project. I have no idea how I'll do that. Do we want first to put the remote? So I'll put the motor here. The battery will probably go here. Is the battery long enough? Yeah, the cable should be long enough. Let's first glue a stick. Glue a stick. Let's just glue the motor in. Just next to the USB-C controller. Right there. Up. That's perfect. I'll do it just on the top. That should be enough. So I can still remove it if I want to. Up. Now we can zoom a tiny bit more. We can have a better view. Wheeze. Up. Let's use the fan to let things cool down. And now we have to pack everything in here. And we are done. This plastic. I have no idea how this will do. And we know that this should go on the top, so this should go on the bottom. I'll put some tape here and here so it doesn't short. Do we want to put the LED ring? Nah. It's nice for debugging. I think I don't have enough space. I will never open the remote, and if I open the remote, yeah, I don't think I'll open the remote. I have no idea how will actually. How will it sync? I didn't put the sync button on the outside, and now it is connected to my switch. Which is a sync button? So the sync button is actually it's on the side. I need to put the LED ring because the LED ring has the sync button, and we won't have this. Although I could try to have this inside, so I can still think it was here, right? But was it this way or was it this way? And was it here or was it on the other side? I don't remember. This is never going to fit in here. No, it's far too large. Where is the ring light? Maybe I should just have the sync button ready. Okay, yeah, let's just put a last button. It's the sync button. We will put it nowhere, but I will still make it accessible. I've seen it. This is probably sync. Oh, it's sys reset. Is this the sync button? Yeah, they have SR, SL, and reset. Maybe it just fits. So this goes here and this goes this way. Let's try if we can fit it. Then we have kind of some debug lights and we still have the reset button available. Does it still work? Let's put the battery in and let's test it. Here, if we press the home button, which is this one, it should try to connect. It doesn't. Maybe I didn't press long enough. Okay, now it tries to connect. And it says it's button 2. Okay. So this works. So let's keep it. There's the sync button on it. I think it's this one. Let's mark it. So we have, yep, it's this one. Pen. Sync. So we have some debugs. and I'll probably be able to put it on the side. We'll see. So this is one side. Let's put tape on the other side too. This way. Up. 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 Kapton tape. Don't put it on top of the of the antenna. It's completely blocks all radiation. It's the perfect Faraday cage, better than any aluminium head. So now we need to put everything in. So we know that this is blowing far too much. How do we put everything in? This will probably go this way. No, the cables need to go on top. This needs to go on bottom. And it's kind of... No, this will never fit. And this is the antenna. I cannot break the antenna. Would be nice to put the antenna outside. Do we have an antenna connector? I don't have an external antenna. A small one. Let's just try to have it fit. This would be still plenty of space inside, and there's not enough space on top. How did I put it the other way the other time? This way? This never... Oh, this doesn't fit. Let's remove some plastic on the side. It's the last step, having to fit everything, then it's done. Sure, we can manage to do it. Maybe the other way around. This way around. That might be a good choice. This is where the antenna is, yeah. But, yeah, not expected. This is not long enough, so let's make this longer. The battery we'll see afterwards, but for now let's make this longer. Plus and minus. I don't want to resolder here, so I'll just make the wires longer. Yep. I'll zoom out. One, two. Three, four. Let's have some shrink tube. The really fine stuff. Red and black. Red, come on. Up. We need 2 of each. 1, 2. 1, 2. up, black wire. This should be long enough. And red wire. Let's make it as long. Although the one was shorter. Let's make it this long. Up, red. One, two. Even the shrink tube is too large, but I have no smaller shrink tube. Wake up, heat up. That's red. That's red. Minus. Yeah, good enough. Don't forget shrink tube. We'll shrink it at the end. Solder it on the other side. One and two. Is the red one holding well enough? Yeah, it's holding well enough. So let's shrink it up. Heating gun, 200 degrees. One. Two. Let's make the two of them together. One, two. Okay, now it's long enough. Now I can put it this way and hope that it fits better. Can I cut a tiny bit of this side? Yes, I can. This is quite some, I don't know how it's circuit bending, maybe? There was a term when you completely cut circuits into pieces. That could fit actually. Ooh, all these wires, they look dangerous. Be nice to have the batch. Not too many wires. Too many wires. I would like to have this way. Let's try to push it down like this in here, so the battery fits nice actually. Let me put the battery in already. Up, the battery could fit right in there. Right there. Oh, let's remove the stud in there so the battery can fit lower. Oh, I did press on a button. I see the LEDs blink. Ooh, be a bit more careful. It's right at the end. Don't break any cables. Don't create a short circuit and destroy the whole board. We know it's working currently. Don't be too impatient. Okay, that fits nice with a bit of glue. Now we just have to put all the cables, the remaining board inside there. Looks okay. Should I go further below? Could even cut it more if we need to. Let's put this on this side. Ah, damn it. It's taking space. Space which I need, so let's put it on the other side. Damn this thing. Ah, flat. On top. That's might be a good idea. Might be a bad one too. And now let's try to close the case. It might work after all. Is this a broken wire? Damn it. I don't know which. There's one wire which broke off. It's KR1. No, it's not KR1. Where was this connected to? Damn it. The one wire which interconnects both boards is broken. Maybe I should put glue also on the other pads. Yeah, once I fix this wire, find where it belongs to, I will put some glue. I didn't note it right. This wire here. Where does this one go? Trying to trace that will be impossible. Somewhere there's a pad where there's a missing wire. And the B button? No, VDD. VDD is missing the wire. Okay, I'll put... Is it? Is it VDD? Yes, VDD. This is broken, so let's fix it and then we'll put some glue everywhere. Well, we'll try it. If it's correct, then we'll put glue everywhere. Glue, UV resin, at least on the pads. So let's burn off the amino wire. Okay, let's put it back to VDD and let's see if it works. VDD was the battery. Well, if we can charge it, this becomes very tangled. Maybe I should remove the battery first before I make a short circuit. Damn it. Okay, so let's try the board. Let's try all the buttons. Let's try if it charges, and if it does, we put glue on the pads. Up. So, home is this one. It tries to sync. It did sync. Up. System settings. Up. Let's try first if it charges. Controller. Show me the controllers. Do you want to see what I'm doing? So the controller on the right is detected. It's pink, although it's black. Not sure if we can change the color. It doesn't say it's charging. If we put this cable, it should say it's charging, and then this first test works. Yeah, it says it's charging. This first test works. Now, close settings, controllers, test input device, test controller buttons. You see the camera. Let's put something on the back. Like this. So, the buttons. Here, R, Z, R works. Here we have the two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's home. That works. Does left, right, down, up. Works. Everything works. So now we put glue. I remove the battery. No, don't remove the battery. Just put glue and cure the glue. Where is my UV lamp? Here. And it's not so you can remove it from the PCB. It's not it is hard, but it's not glue, it's resin, so it just sticks on the top. So, and here and here. Okay, let's cure it. The cables can still break, but at least it won't break on the pads. Oh, and probably the motion control is completely busted. There is no top bottom anymore. I could try. I have no idea where top and bottom is. Motion controller busted. Okay, there's not a lot. There are not a lot of games which actually use the motion control. Let's have a stick and try if it's solid enough. Yeah, not completely. Let's continue curing it. Ah, it gives off a nice chemical smell. That should be good enough. Okay, let's try to put everything back in. So we had. Oof. Did I manage to do that? Oh. This board was going which way? This way? Doesn't really matter. Did it go this way? It's still giving off a nice aromatic smell. Okay, then we have the battery which goes in. Let's press the cable down in here, so the cables are down. That's the battery. Then we have this board. Let's try to push it somewhere here. Can I cut this more? No, there's a trace I can't cut. I would be able to rotate. No, that should be okay. Wires, you go down here. And it should be. I should have enough space. Maybe this goes flat on there, and if we're lucky, we can close this on top. Ooh. Let's go lower. This goes to the side. Oh, the board sticks out. One side is there. Oh no, we don't have enough space. It's looking nice with the light going in, but that will not fit. Would be nice if we could cut more this board so we can put it down like that. Some of it we can. What is this trace? Well, we can't cut this trace. Let's try a tiny bit. This is okay. On the other side, I can cut more. Right? Yeah, it's just ground plane. Don't cut any wires. Okay. Did it bring something? A tiny bit. I need to cut this. No, I can't cut this anymore. And the battery. How about if the connectors go? Short. It's the end. Just missing a couple of millimeters. Yeah, the battery is long enough. Don't pinch any cables. Oh, this could work. Let's put this on this side. This could work. Let's have a go at it. No stress, no pressure. Cable management is an art. Which is not mastered here at all. It's not closing. Well, who cares? It's really not closing. The last bit, I will just put glue. I will just put glue everywhere here. It's not closing. It's a shame. It's missing a couple of millimeters. But I can still put glue all around if that's just the issue. Let's try if it works. If it works, I'll just put glue and I'll consider this as done. Black glue even. Ooh. So let's see if it works. You try to connect. It did connect. controllers. Let's see if this works. Yeah, charging is detected. Down, up, left, right works. Home, up, system settings. It's really a shame the last millimeters, but yeah, I'll just put hot glue. That will be fine. So up, let's go to controllers, controllers and sensors. Ah, I have to press A. So A and B work, controllers and sensors. Up, test input device, test controller buttons. Yep, they all work. So I'll just get the black hot glue and I'll just hot glue the rest. Up, black hot glue is on its way. What is? I could actually shorten. No, I don't want to work that much more on it. I think it's pretty fine here. It's completely usable. The seam don't feel well, but we will fill it with glue. And we will never be able to open it again. Yeah. But it is working. And I think the last... Yeah, it's... What is on the way? It's... What is... Is this the issue or is this the issue? How about I try to flatten it? Because if I can't open it again, it doesn't make sense to have the LEDs inside. No, you shut down. That's a tiny bit better. But it's not there yet. Yeah, let's just put glue on the seam. And we are done. Yeah. Yeah, and if I press it, I hear this button click. It's still completely usable. Yeah, so it is pressing some. This is just too high up. Glue. So is this glue warm? No, I know this one takes always forever. 200 degrees, no, it should be fine. Just taking forever. Yep, so there will be a tiny seam which we will glue. Not perfect, but a pretty good mod, and I'm surprised I managed to go that far. So we'll need this to cool everything down. And something broke. Which camera broke? Is this the stream didn't break? This camera broke. Ah, input 1. No, it's fine. It should be input 1. Input 1. Camera. What if I unplug and replug you? Okay, now it's fixed. Is this glue getting warm? Yes, it is. We'll be able to clean it off with the scalpel. Let's have it cool down. Could clean it off with the... No, it's getting down. Cool down too fast. Oh, so let's do the other side. Then we can still... we can reheat it and form it with the fingers. Up. Up. Let's cool this part down. Last part. Let's clean it up with the scalpel and then let's heat it up again. We can clean it up. Let's put some here. Up. Then we'll just heat it up again with the hot air to make it smooth. Yes, just to move the big parts. And I will use a glove probably, so I don't burn myself. This glue is a bit weird to cut. It feels a lot different than the other glue. Okay, here it is too much. Up, that looks fine. Let's put some glove so I don't burn myself. Let's reheat the glue. Up. And let's smooth it out. Up. All the filaments. Yeah, this is not smooth at all, but it will be. I'll put 2 of gloves. I'm sure I will touch 2 gloves. I'm sure I'll touch it at some point. Up. 2. And let's go. Oh, it looks nice. Let's try to smooth it. Okay, here it wasn't warm enough. Oh, that was warm enough. Top. That looks pretty smooth and it feels nice in the hand. Smooth out this side. Hot glue, it's magic. Up. Come on, this and you out. I'm happy to have gloves. Smooth the last bit. That's it. Up. I'll switch off this. Let's cool it down, remove the glove so we have the feeling. I think the only thing which are not perfect are the buttons. Oh, this. Okay, now you're cool. It feels super nice. I really like it. Let's test if it works. So that's home. Yeah, it vibrates, and A, and B, Y. The buttons also are nice. And then we have, this is plus. The buttons right, even the right works. That's awesome. I will definitely make the other side too. I need to calibrate Already back. Calibrate control stick. Tilt, you wish to calibrate this one. Hold, here. Press plus is showing, instead of that when not moving the stick. Yeah. What do I want to do? The circle around. Okay. Calibrate. Which one is X? X. This is A. This is X. Calibrate. A. Right. Release. Bottom. Release. Left. Release. Top. Release. Rotate. Calibration complete. Hey, this feels really good. I didn't expect it to feel that good. But it feels really good. I'll make the one for the, so this should be the right one. I'll make the one for the left. So this is not perfect for the buttons, but I think you can still play with the buttons A, B, which are here, and then A, B, the two buttons, and then this. You can remap the buttons if you need to, but it feels really, really good. And it's in a nice nunchuck case, so this is a complete success. This is a good project, and I'll make the other one once I receive the nunchucks. I'll know what I need to do, I know what the trims, but it's awesome. I like it. See? My fingers are not here, it feels right in the hand. I can switch left, right without issues. Awesome project. I'll make the other one. Definitely. With USB-C, what more do you need? Success. That's done. I'll probably, I don't know if I will show, maybe I'll show also the other side once I receive the controller, but for now the project is done and I'm really happy with it. I just need another nunchuck. Really, really nice. Even the buttons feel nice. They're not perfect, but they're completely usable. Okay, so that's it. So enjoy and good evening.